Good morning and welcome to what is on, I can only describe Broad's boating perfection, day 8, i.e. the last final cruise of the Brink Sonnet 3 back to Barnes Brinkcraft in Wroxham. Yes, this is it. This is the end of the adventure, and it's not even going to be a long cruise either. I'm only, what, 15 minutes, if that, so it's going to be a very, very short video, very, very bittersweet, but especially on, I mean, look at this. Can you see this? I mean, across the Wroxham Broad over there, you know, the river itself, flat calm, and of course the sun rising through the trees there. I'll not point you into the sun, obviously that's a wee bit too but yes, it is a glorious, glorious morning, and it's going to be a hot one as well today. I mean, it's what, 7 o'clock, you know. I've showered, I've shaved, I've got myself organised, I'm all ready, you know, and I'm still got the t-shirt on. So yeah, it's going to be a glorious, glorious day, and I really do not want to leave. Seriously, don't want to leave. This has been, it's been, weather-wise, it's been a bit of an adventure, but it's just been, it's been too quick. It really has. It's been way, way too quick this week. It's just absolutely flown by, which is actually a wee bit surprising, considering, you know, that we've not actually really been anywhere or done anything. We just basically just plooted around the Northern Broads for the week, you know. But it has been fantastic, and yeah, Brink Sonnet has never really let me down, apart from the mud weight on Wroxham Broad yesterday. I'll make a point of pointing that out in case it was something I've done, or if something's actually gone away, or a fuse has tripped or something like that. I did take a look at the breakers, but I couldn't see anything, so yeah, I'll mention that to them though. And one thing that I don't think I actually mentioned in the Admiral's walkthrough I was doing yesterday is I don't think I mentioned just how easy it is to moor this boat. It is incredibly easy, you know. I have literally come into every single mooring, you know, and just been able just to place the front just at the right place, just let the back just swing on its own momentum, you know. And yeah, I mean, I literally have not tapped, kissed, just gently sort of kissed every single key heading. I've timed it to perfection, and I would like to say that's, you know, my skills as a boater, but I don't think so. I think it's got more to do with the boat than it has to do with my skills. I don't know if it's because she's only 30 feet, I don't know if she's got a deep keel, I don't know what the rudder or the propeller's like, you know. The bow thrusters are pretty powerful, I do know that. But yeah, I mean, every mooring that I've come into, you know, it's been so easy, absolutely effortless, just to put the boat exactly where I wanted, when I wanted, and how I wanted. So yes, I don't think I actually mentioned that on the Admiral's walkthrough yesterday, but she has been a great joy to have for a week. Very, very loved my time on board with her, very, very comfortable, and yeah, it's very, very warm as well. That is a powerful heater in there, by the way. So yes, this is it. I mean, obviously I will, it's not going to be a very long video today. You know what it's like on the last day. I just basically just do these things just to show you my return to the boatyard. I've obviously been up this stretch of river a number of times already in the last few days, so you'll know what's coming and everything like that. But I'll take you up to the boatyard regardless. Good weather like this, why not, you know. It'll not take very long, like I say, 15-20 minutes, something like that, if that. So yeah, I'll go away, try and have another cup of coffee. I'm trying to use up the last of my milk, you know, I'm like down to that, you know. Come on, another coffee, get more coffee. So yes, yeah, so that's it. It's been a glorious week. It's been full of adventures. I don't think I mentioned, I think it was Sunday, you know, all the times I've been here, I've never been hit by another boat. On Sunday I was hit twice. Once was a bit of a cracker. Both times they just took off. But there was no sort of damage done to the boat, just a severe rocking of the boat and pushed against the quay headings. And then of course there was yesterday with my little rant later on at night with the two speeding Norfolk Broads direct boats, which I've got to say, it was actually a scary experience. I mean, they must have been running at full throttle, okay? 8 miles an hour plus, and 8 miles an hour doesn't sound a lot, but when you're on a river, so much wash comes off your hull, you know, and it might be exciting and fun to watch at, you know. I do it myself, you know, anytime I cross Braden water, I open that throttle, you know, and I love seeing the wash and the waves and the way it's all churned up behind you. But Braden water is a vast expanse of water, you know. There's no speed limits on Braden water for a reason. It's a vast expanse of water, you know. People are always on the go on Braden water, you know. Nobody's ever mooring there, you know. And you know, if another boat passes you, it might be a wee bit sort of intimidating having these big waves come at you, but it's also a bit of fun, you know. The boat rocks a wee bit, you know, you get a wee bit of splashing, you know. The kids love that sort of stuff. I love that sort of stuff. I love playing on Braden water, but that's being sensible, you know. On a small narrow river, you know, like the Norfolk Broads, you know, creating that kind of wash is actually very dangerous, you know. I mean, like I said yesterday, if I was elderly, you know, unsteady on my feet, you know, maybe holding a hot cup of coffee or something like that, and that wave, and those waves hit us, you know, I'd have been over, you know. Because it actually sort of really sort of lifted the boat and rocked the boat and shook the boat. My fenders came up over the quay heading. The quay heading got soaked, you know. You're damaging the quay headings, you're damaging the river banks, you know. Yeah, it was a very scary, and I wish I'd actually grabbed the names and the numbers. I think it was a fair senator. I don't think it was a sovereign. It was one of the big flybridge boats, and I think it was a fair monarch that tore past us. I don't know if they were together or they were just following each other. You know, the big one in front opened up the throttle, so the one behind did the same, or I don't know. But the pair of them just tore past us, and it was actually a very scary experience. So yeah. I didn't mean to have come back for a rant last night, but considering what all morning there's not been a sound, nothing, and then the helicopter comes. But yes, I didn't mean to come back for a rant last night, but considering the seriousness of what was going on, I felt it needed to. You know, I mean, I'm obviously in a forward steer cruiser. I'm low down. I've got quite a wide beam. You know, I think I'm about 12 foot. You know, I'm quite flat and I'm quite stable. Okay. Now I'm just going to boil you around. Okay. Now, obviously, over there, right, there's a connoisseur there. Once again, quite low, quite a wide beam. You know, very sort of flat and stable. Okay, I don't know if they call them displacement hulls or semi-displacement hulls, whatever. Okay, but they rode out the wash from those two boats relatively well. Okay, they kind of got knocked about and rocked about and everything like that. But this little wee private boat here, okay, now this is an elderly couple on this, okay, right? It's actually, you can tell it's like a proper boat, okay, right? The lady was inside, okay, cleaning with utensils and working in the kitchen, okay. The gentleman, right, he was actually outside, okay. He was polishing his hull. His hands were right up in between the key heading and the fenders. He was working on the fenders, he was working on the hull, he was polishing, he was cleaning his boat. He was taking pride in his boat, you know, which was a good thing. But when those boats tore past, right, and they didn't tear past out on the near the middle or the other end of the bank, they tore past right beside us, okay, and the wash, right, literally rocked and lifted that boat, and it was actually quite scary to see that, you know, because they really caught the brunt of that wash, you know. And if the guy's hand, you know, or his foot or whatever had been between that key heading, that boat would have come in and crushed him. You know, the hand or the arm or the foot or whatever, because he was actually, like I say, he was polishing his hull, he was cleaning his boat, he was looking after it, he was in at his fenders, you know, he was down below the rubber strip, you know, down near the water, you know, and that boat actually really came up, rocked, crashed against the key heading like all of us, but they bore a brunt because they just didn't seem to be, you know, it looks to be a keel more designed for going through waves, which means that when the waves hit, they really did sort of rock, very much more so than the connoisseur at the back there, and Fair Sovereign here, and here comes another wee helicopter. So yeah, I mean, that's why I felt I needed to come back and actually have a bit of a rant, because it was one thing for us to get knocked about, but when you actually saw, you know, what it did to the wee Whiskey Galore private boat there, and the fact that the guy was working on his hull at the time, you know, cleaning it, you know, I mean, a couple of us actually belted out, you know, slow down, you know, and you know, he just paid no attention. He knew what he was doing, he knew he was going too fast, you know, but he wasn't caring, you know. He wanted to get to his destination, and yeah, that could have been a bit more serious than it actually turned out to be. So yeah, that was why I had to come back for a bit of a rant. And I'm not having a rant today, I'm just pointing out. Right, anyway, I'm going to go away, get my coffee. It's just about time to start thinking about heading up the river. And yeah, I'll pop back at the boatyard once I've loaded up the car, just to say a final few words. And that'll be it, the end of another adventure. But, while the adventure ends, I'll be back very soon, don't you worry. But I will talk about that in a few minutes time, back at the boatyard, once I've unloaded the boat and handed it back to the boatyard. In the meantime, time to go and finish the coffee, get myself organised, enjoy the last of this glorious weather. Man, it is actually getting really hot already, you know, that is beaming down, you know. I actually got burnt. I actually felt when I was in the shower this morning, you know, I could feel, you know, that sort of slight tingling, you know, that is like, oh, okay, there's a wee bit of too much exposure in the sun. So yeah, so if I wasn't going back today, I would definitely be pulling out my little wee travel pack of sun cream and popping on a few bits, but yeah. Anyway, enough rambling, time for me to go, okay? I'm gonna get myself organised and head back to the boatyard. I'll speak to you shortly, okay? Bye for now. Cheers.
when I said I needed you. You said you would always stay. It wasn't me who changed, but you. And now you've gone away. Don't you see that now you've gone, and I'm left here on my own, that I have to follow you and beg you to come home. You don't have to say you love me, just be close at hand. You don't have to stay forever, I will understand. Believe me, I can't help but love you. But believe me, I'll never tie you down. Left alone with just a memory, life seems dead and so unreal. All that's left is loneliness. There's nothing left to feel. You don't have to say you love me, just be close at hand. You don't have to stay forever, I will understand. Believe me, you mouth is a revolver, find bullets in the sky. Your love is like a soldier, loyal till you die. And I've been looking at the stars for a long, long time. I've been putting out fires all my life. Everybody wants a flame, they don't wanna get burned. And today is our turn. Days like these lead to nights like this, lead to love like ours. You light the spark in my bonfire heart. People like us, we don't need that much, just someone that starts the spark in our bonfire hearts. This world is getting colder, strangers passing by. No one offers you a shoulder, no one looks you in the eye. But I've been looking at you for a long, long time, just trying to break through, trying to make you mine. Everybody wants a flame, they don't wanna get burned. Well, today is our turn. Days like these lead to nights like this, lead to love like ours. You light the spark in my bonfire heart. People like us, we don't need that much, just someone that starts the spark in our bonfire hearts. Our bonfire hearts. Our bonfire hearts. Our bonfire hearts. You light the spark. People like us, we don't need that much, just someone that starts the spark in our bonfire hearts. Days like these lead to nights like this, lead to love like ours. You light the spark in my bonfire heart. People like us, we don't need that much, just someone that starts the spark.
Okay, just a little wee update for you. That's me back at the boatyard, the end of the adventure. That's it, over and done with for another week. And it was truly fantastic. It was glorious weather. It was a bit of a shame for the start of it, and it was just typical that the good weather comes when I head back. But yes, a bit sad to go. The Brink Sonnet, it really was a wonderful, wonderful boat. I thoroughly enjoyed my time on her. She was so comfortable. The nights in the bed were very, very restful and peaceful. She was easy to go down the rivers. Very easy to moor up. Couldn't believe how easy it was to moor up. Came back, unloaded, got the car loaded up. I have paid the balance for Royal Oak in August, so the Great Norfolk Broads Adventure number 6 is paid up and ready to start at the end of August. So that's going to be good. That's all done. That's all sorted. That's ready. So all I need to do now is lose all this weight for the 11-night adventure in August, and get myself all ready for that. Bit of a minor sad wee thing to the end of the adventure was that not only was it sad that I had to take the boat back, not only was it sad that it was the end of the adventure. It's okay, love, go on. Not only was it sad that it was the end of the adventure, but it turns out that my battery was flat in the car. Yeah, that was I think it might be time to either replace the car or replace the battery, one of the two. It'd be cheaper with the battery, but you know, it's a 10-year-old car now, so it might be might give me an excuse to replace the car. But yeah, but thankfully the staff at Barnes Brinkcraft couldn't have been nicer, couldn't have helped me out more. They got themselves one of their vans, brought it round. They happened to have a set of jump cables, gave me a fire up, and the car's running very nicely. So I've not been marooned in the Barnes Brinkcraft boatyard, which it might be a bit of a shame actually, because that means that I don't have an excuse to get another boat and go back out on the rivers for the weekend. Anyway, that is the end officially, properly, of the Great Norfolk Broads Adventure 5. I'm gonna fire up, get myself into the car. I can't drop the roof in this weather because I've got all my stuff shoved in the back. But I'm gonna jump in the car, set the sat nav for north, and start the long drive back home. I hope you've enjoyed this adventure. It's been very different from my usual adventures. It's been very much more sedate, a lot calmer. Shorter cruising days, just messing around on the northern rivers. Didn't manage to get down south on this adventure, but I will obviously be heading down that way in August, and not quite the same sort of mischief as usually happens, but maybe I'm just saving all that up for the adventure in August, so yeah, it'll be good. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. As always, I try to limit my rambling, but I always seem to find some way to keep on going on and on and on. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to finish up here. Hope you've enjoyed this adventure. It's been great to be back, and looking forward to being back in August. So until August, thanks for watching, and well, I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now. Cheers.